goede avond of dag of whatever dat je ook bent. Hoe gaat het allemaal? Check-in Monday is about to start. Ja. Oh, druk weekje gehad, hè. Hoe was het te gamen, smoken, you know, all the regular stuff. En vandaag zijn we er gewoon straight weer ingevlogen. You know, niks anders kan met een bandje. Go hard or you go home, that's the motto he always plays, boy. That's a fairly good joke for those of you who don't know me personally. Ja, vandaag niks zo speciaal, hè. We gaan gewoon nog eens inchecken. Eens zien hoe het met de progress is. En dan gaan we gewoon... Oh. Gaan we gewoon... deze... Nee, welke wil ik hiden? Nou, die wil ik hiden. Zo... Properties, Streamlab. Nee, dat wou ik niet doen. Ik heb toch dingen openstaan of niet? Spotify, fallacie. Een beetje muziek opzetten. Oké, laten we dan eens beginnen met de check-in, hè. Progress file, fallacie. Zijn we week 22 eigenlijk? Week 22. Ja, oké, vorige week was 22 dan, hè. Dat klopt als een bus. Ik denk dat we hier tijdens de gaming week even snel hebben ingevuld. Dus ja, deze gaat duidelijk veel slechter zijn. Eens zien, hè. Dus, we hebben hier allemaal van Ganja op het bord staan. 0.27. Oh, wait. Plus 0.64, 0.48, 0.88. Veel groter. Min 0.18. Oké. Een hele week te smoken. Letterlijk het meeste dat we een jaar en dag hebben gesmoked. Zitten we nog altijd onder de 3 gram. Which is interesting. Dat betekent dat ik 1 minder Jonko smoke. Dus dat is zeker goed. En 2 dat mijn Jonkos ook gewoon minder stress zijn. Dus dat is een win-win in mijn ogen eigenlijk. Het feit dat ik zo'n smokeweek heb gehad. Anyways, sporten. We hebben niet veel gesport. Zeker niet tijdens de week. We zijn op zondag nog even 1 sportje gaan doen. Of een paar sportsessies. Dus dat is de enige sport dat we hebben gehad. Which is oké. Er was niet een hoge verwachting dat het een ziek sportieve week ging worden. Dus we hebben wel gesmoked op maandag. Ja, we hebben heel de week gesmokt, dus betekent ook op maandag. We hebben geen één keer op tijd gaan slapen, zelfs zondag denk ik. Nou, weet ik eigenlijk niet, misschien zondag wel. Nou, whatever, we zullen het op 0 houden. We hebben 0 keer gemediteerd. En ik denk legit dat we 0 keer een aparte activiteit hebben gedaan. Dus wacht, ik ga er wel eens bij zetten, want anders ga ik dat vergeten. Cheat week. Voilà, ja, dit is dus eigenlijk een rode, which is fine. Chronicles of Bench. We zijn wel DJ gamer geweest, dus dat hebben we wel goed gedaan. Voor de rest hebben we niet echt veel gedaan, dus op zich hebben we wel nog een Chronicle of Bench gedaan. Dat was gewoon een andere dan gewoonlijk. Cheat week. Ik zal eerst verder afmaken. Cheat week gedaan. Hele week. Dik, vet, gechilled. Heb en League of Legends. Zitten no life en totaal rond de 65 uur gestreamd, waarvan plus minus 10 naar 12 uur voor editen van video's, dus rond 50 uur gegamed. In het weekend hebben we dan ook nog verder gegamed. Dus ik denk in totaal misschien wel een goed moment om even zo overzicht te geven. Dus ik denk in totaal 6 wins, 8 losses, 19, 12, 29, 16, 33, 28, 40, 31, wat was het? 31, 41, 35, 47, 40. Dus we hebben 7 matches verschil op heel de week van League of Legends gamen gehad. Dat is quite bad, maar ça va. Dus that's I guess how it goes. Ik kan niet verwachten dat ik in één keer een zieke smurf ga zijn. Kunnen we dat... Waarom is dat zo gebuikt de laatste tijd? Anyways, oké. We hebben geen check-in gedaan. We hebben wel gestreamd. Vorige week was het de nieuwe maand. Ja, dat zullen we volgende week doen, maar dat is steeds nog van vorige week. En ook geen conversatie met vrienden of familie. Allee, streamt. Dus op zich is dat een orange. It's not the worst. Networking. Expand the community. Reddit hebben we niet gedaan. Engage with people. Live on the streets hebben we niet gedaan. We hebben wel fresh content op YouTube gegeven. En give feedback. Ja, dat hebben we wel gedaan. Dus 1 van de 3. Ça va. Zo rijden je nog voor die categorie. Miscellaneous. Hebben we met vrienden gehangen. Ja, we hebben met Boris online gehangen, maar niet... Ik denk niet dat ik fysiek met iemand heb geweest. Ah ja, wel met Tim. Ja, ook met accounts. Dus wel met Tim afgesproken en dan ook familie gedaan. Bij de oma gaan eten. Vorige week hebben we geen boek geluisterd. En ook niet voor tweedehands spullen gezocht. Dus dat is orange. En deze hebben we gefaald. Hier was dat wel groen. Ja, daar ben ik niet zeker, hè. Misschien nou toch... Ah, whatever. Toffe week geweest. Ondanks dat Zoe in de bak zat. We hadden ons ding kunnen doen. Bij smoken en gamen. Wat opviel is dat, ondanks ik mij te pletter heb gesmokt, ik nog altijd niet aan het niveau van wietgebruik zit waar ik als student ooit was. De rest is het kanaal wel meer en meer tractie aan het krijgen, waarbij de live streams meer mensen kunnen trekken en de video's ook meer getoond en vertoond worden. Al bij al goede progress, ondanks niet de productiefste week was. Oké, dat is dus al goed. Dus ik denk die twee zijn wel echt groen. Maar het zorgt dat het overal oranje toch gaat zijn. Dus vooral de held heeft het wel naar beneden getrokken. Niet op tijd gaan slapen, niet ingecheckt. Ja, maar op zich wel echt een goede week geweest voor mezelf. Dus ben ik heel blij om. Oké, dan gaan we nog een beetje redditen. Hè. Dat is al even geleden denk ik dat ik op Reddit nog heb gezeten. Also Reddit wat bezoeken. I'm a victim of my own success. I don't know what to do with my life anymore. Examples of people who have lack of character, integrity, non-accountability, broken trust, immensely and made a crazy comeback. Oh yeah. Addiction or medication. What is your what if in life? Dat is echt scheid om daarover te denken. To those earning over I don't want to quit completely. Is it just addiction justifying itself? Are you happy with your current position in life? I genuinely feel that I have no person to talk with about how much I have been struggling with loneliness. Oké, dat ga ik toch skippen. Why do I study in college if I want to come up with a genius idea and make a ton of money with it by becoming a business founder? Oké. Why am I so bad at career and money? Nothing interests me. I feel black. Interesting. Beginner looking for a blockchain learning roadmap. I'm obsessed with a girl I've never met and how do I stop it? Do you man, did I ask for too much? Should I reconcile? So I can give an unasked opinion. Thinking of just throwing all my weed away, but I know I'll regret it a couple hours later. Interview cancelled. I've been applying non-stop, usually 2-3 hours a day at 5 days a week. I'll hand drop resumes, write cover letters, tweak and rewrite my resume. Do we have to fake being nice to socialize and be more likable? That's a very good question. Looking for 1 to 2 technical-minded builders help me bring the UID to life. The vision is clear, the white paper is in progress, now I need the right people to co-create. Maybe. What is the purpose of life? I used to defend crypto trading, but now I'm not so sure. Keep wasting my free time and then feel horrible about it. Struggling with weed addiction. Can I met someone online, she over time convinced him to invent on a fraudulent platform. He lost a fairly large amount of money on chain. Shouldn't be too hard to quit if I only smoked right before bed every night, right? Still lover, blah blah, day train, struggling hard, blah blah. Do you ever feel like time is running out? Can we be good people in addiction? Nothing shocks me. Oh yeah. What are the biggest things you've learned in life to date? I think incels and red pill bros might actually be making dating easier for nice guys. And 20, no will to live. Should I pursue therapy? So I think I need to be sober for a while. How to develop a consistent personality? Why do the shittiest people have friends? I feel like I've never been able to relate to people because of how much of a loser I am. What's your best motivational hack for work? What life feels like when you stop letting people mess with you. What made you feel excluded from learning Web3 finance and what helped you take the first step anyway? It's a good question. An acquaintance from my friend group is depressed and I want to help him out. What do I do to help my wife? I think the 6 feet high standard in years is doing a lot more harm than we think. Anyone else have a desire to achieve and do everything? Habit stacking with wheat improvement to my life, and you should try it. We are witnessing the death of intellectual honesty in real time. Is anyone trying to live without money or build alternatives together? This 26-year-old sort of feeling stuck. Don't need much, you just need honest thoughts and support. Does it get easier? Vale, boya. I don't quit, I haven't quit it. What did you tell your younger self? Blah blah, phone addiction, blah blah. What is one word that people wrongly pronounce that makes your brain just wanna blah blah. Is weed nothing more than addiction, blah blah. I hate what this drug did to me, blah blah. What are some low stress jobs for someone with an IT background who is struggling, blah blah. What's something women often think men find sexy but actually turns men on, blah blah. Just starting to date again, only younger women are interested. Am I doing something wrong? What does it look like when someone is addicted to control, blah blah. Don't know how to be close to people without constantly managing their perception of me. I want to build something real, I don't know where to start, what happened. What happened to you? What's the one thing that happened in your life that made you understand what other people meant? They said life was unfair. It is 2 week tea break enough for their mother at having smoke already done 11 days. Why humans are so evil? Is it too late to change career at 30? Who else really despises people? My boyfriend used my mouth while I was asleep. Am I overreacting to it? For people who grew up before smartphones. On affordable clothes can I find everything I have makes insane. How do I fix my brain rot? Why is it still so hard to send money instantly from developing countries to developed ones? What can be done? Can't stop playing video games and I need help. Most people aren't lazy, they're just trapped in low effort survival mode and don't know it yet. That's true. How do I stop being jealous of my friend for being pretty? Should I buy a rented apartment? Didn't think your time would feel like disappearing slowly. I'm all surprised that religion is still as popular as it is. Why is great by Mr. Fired inside my life was shit. Okay, whatever. Ik denk dat we genoeg hebben. I want to build something real, but I don't know where to start. Ideas. I have the start of building something, maybe a small project, maybe something bigger, but I feel lost. I don't have money, no connections, no special skills. Een beetje. This is B00BS in the self-improvement subredding. 28 male looking for a pot. I'm in a bad way. I'm an alcoholic, extremely anxious about everything. I want to get married, yet I'm not ready. I'm lonely, I have a marketing management degree. I'm a broken person, I've been alcoholic for 5 years and I keep relapsing. I'm taking medications, but I pray to God I can keep on going. I don't know what to do, I've been through a lot. I lived in Canada as a kid, lived here since I was 12. I was bullied and humiliated. The girls here went crazy for me, but I was bullied a lot and I'm a very sensitive person. In high school I stayed in my room first year, obsessing how to become so powerful, and I looked up to Alexander the Great since he was from Macedonia, and I made an image of myself as Alexander and my dad as his father. I was so ambitious, I was so cool, and everyone loved being around me, but I drank a lot, I smoked weed, I had girlfriends, I lived a great life, I partied. High school became good. After that I took a leap year. My goal was to go back to Canada, travel around here, but now I'm so stuck mentally, physically, emotionally, I'm ruined. My reputation is Lake Town, I live in shattered completely. I was 74 days sober, but I relapsed for the 100th time. I studied marketing management and e-commerce and political science. Any advice for that? To make him, please someone help. Am I good in life? Am I gonna go so good? OG Philip. But that doesn't make you... OG Philip in Fine Apart subreddit. My stem in self-help subreddit. Most people aren't lazy, they're just trapped in low effort survival mode and don't know it yet. If you ever felt like you're meant for more but you can't seem to move, this might be why. Most people think they have a motivation problem, but in reality they've just been stuck in survival mode for too long. Constantly reacting, not creating. Low dopamine, bad sleep, shallow habits, digital overstimulation, it rewires you. You stop believing in long-term vision, you settle for short-term relief, and worst of all, you start thinking this version of you is the real you. It's not, you're not lazy, your system is just running on fumes. Start small, rebuild from the core. One meaningful walk per day, no phone. One hard thing before noon. One commitment you don't break. Momentum doesn't come from motivation, it comes from proof. Small wins stack daily. I write simple frameworks like this every week to help people escape low effort survival mode and build quiet momentum again. If that's you, follow along. Alright. One DROC. What do you all think about your life? I must say I'm a victim of my own success. What do you all think about your life? Good life. Alright. I don't know what to do with my life anymore. Day with Leo. 22 female, feel so lost right now. Graduated high school 5 years ago, 2020. I achieved nothing since then, like nothing. No car, no relationship, no job, no degree. I tried nurse school and then dropped out. I tried education but also dropped out. I'm currently trying to have my certificate to work in childcare. But I don't want to work in childcare. I wanted to go back to school to be in healthcare in September, but I got rejected everywhere. I can still try to apply to some schools, but they are so far away. I think 2 hours from where I live. I still live with my parents and I don't even drive. It's still 1 hour 40 by car and I probably won't get accepted. I don't want to do this anymore. I feel so defeated. The worst part is that all of the girls I went to high school with are either married, have a kid, or a job, or travel, but I didn't achieve even 1/5 of what they did. Even my little sister only has 1 year of university left and I didn't even start. Just feels like my entire existence is an embarrassment. Honestly, a lot of times people just don't want to do the hard work. Don't want to do actually labor, get the money. Me neither. I'm not saying I'm better than that, but at least I'm not complaining about it either. Anyways. PTL subreddit, Jesus XX. Addiction or medication? Hello, let me start this off by saying I started smoking recreationally for a few years, but as I got older and especially within the last year, I've gotten my medical card for chronic pain, and I've started to get to the point where I'm smoking a 1/4 ounce a day, going through 1 gram pens in less than 12 hours. It just doesn't help my back or knee pain, but if I don't smoke I can barely move and I can't go to work or function at all. The longer of a break I take, the worse it gets. I cannot get major surgery, which is really what I need, but I just can't be out for that long. I'd be homeless. I'm struggling with thinking the weed is what's making my pain worse when I don't smoke, or if it's really the only thing that helps. I can't figure out any way to lower my tolerance without taking a break. Go see a pain management doctor. Weed can only do so much for someone's pain. I'd be worried about your lungs. I don't know the particulars, but several years ago my nephew had to get back surgery and he was able to get temporary social security disability. Have you ever tried topical solutions to your pain? Okay. Seems like a lot of answers already. I don't know anything about it, so it's not useful for me. Alright, innovation subreddit, ring IC 4331. What do I study in college if I want to come up with a genius idea, then make a ton of money with it by becoming a business founder, such as biotech, AI, etc. I was thinking of going to college for management with a minor in entrepreneurship and computer science, while studying tech trends with newspapers such as TechCrunch. information strategy and hacker news for gaps in the market to make a startup. I'm second guessing, wondering if a PhD is better to make something super innovative in biotech or AI. What do you all think? Study the field of biology and medical science. You need to focus on identifying problems to solve. The sciences will give you a good foundation in your innovation process. The gaps that you might read about aren't where the big money making ideas are found. Yeah, I agree with you. Barej Boubiala. If you actually want to innovate, you need to think about what field you're most interested in and take a look at developing new ways to handle information and workflows. Study entrepreneurship, find an existing invention that is looking for someone to license and develop it. Build a small business around it and make it go for it. Grow it to a decent size, sell it off, repeat. There's a ton of great ideas out there waiting to be developed by someone willing to pick it up and run with it. There are connector agencies that help budding entrepreneurs find available. Many inventors aren't necessarily looking to become entrepreneurs or business people. They are often science and or techie nerds, or they invent something for their research. Here's an example connector group I'm familiar with. I experienced that entrepreneur stuff is bullshit. The goal is to go big, so learning bigger business stuff is the goal target. I shouldn't take the impros. So that leaves majoring in something in legal, finance, or some sort of engineering. Mechanical is a jack of all trades. Computer, electrical are strong choices too. Mostly because some programming skills is valuable. Networking is widely true. I don't think this is something I want to contribute to. Deciding to be better. Own gain 78.9. Why am I so bad at a career and money? Nothing interests me, I feel blank. 27, still feel completely lost. When it comes to career and money, nothing really interests me in the traditional sense. Jobs, corporate work, or even chasing money just doesn't spark anything inside me. I've always been more into personal growth, self-discovery, and deep thinking. But when it comes to employment, I just go blank. I don't know what to do, where to begin, or what even would suit me. So that I'm lazy or unwilling. I want to build something meaningful, but every time I look at job options, I feel either empty, overwhelmed, or uninterested. I feel like I'm wired differently, and I'm scared that this will ruin my future if I don't figure it out soon. Has anyone else felt this way? How did you move forward when nothing traditional seemed to fit? Love to hear from people who found their way through similar confusion. I was stuck at a private company, middle management, not broke, but not be making much money, more to save that much. It felt very repetitive and mundane every single day. I went to therapy for a while and kind of healed, and then got too expensive as I did everything. Looked into life coaches also, but they are way too expensive. But I did finally come across this company called Pathwise. Show me how my dream come true scenario looked and made me a legit game plan on how to get there. Now I'm super excited to actually say that I'm on track to quit my job. In 1 month, started my own business about 2 months ago, and I'm in 5 months into a game plan that the company made for me. Good for you, man. Okay. That's what I mean, bro. People give like genuine information. Honestly, just take action. Good for you, man. Okay. Now, don't think to yourself it's something wrong with you. The system we live in isn't very natural, but some are born with the desire to really succeed and accumulate things and money. So they excel and find it easy to exist in the system. Being different than them doesn't mean anything is wrong with you. You just desire different things, that's all. So what I would say as someone that's pretty much the same way is find something that makes you feel good. The last job I had, I was helping veterans get the compensation they deserve after serving in the military. It was heavily financial, accounting related, which I don't really have any inherent interest in, but I did feel good knowing that I was helping people who deserve to get help. So that's what kept me going day after day. Even if it's a job where you can't find much meaning in what you're specifically doing, try to reframe your perspective so that you see a job as a way to get money to do things you are interested in. Yeah, it really resonates with me. Sometimes it feels like a system is made for everyone, and finding a small part of meaning can make a big difference. I'm learning to see work as a tool to support what truly matters outside the nine. I'm motivated to work because I'll be a homeless person if I don't. This is a really good reason why parents should make their kids move out at a reasonable age. I think the mistakes lies in thinking that a person should give their life meaning or something. I just don't find it to be so most people. I don't know. No idea actually how to help this guy. That's fine. Blockchain startups. Skindy 2. Beginner looking for a blockchain learning roadmap. Try ciphering. Check out this GitHub link. Ah, ça va. It's too long. Thinking of just throwing all my weed away, but I know I'll regret it a couple of hours later. Trader in training. Petiol subreddit. Just bought $90 of THC flower at the smoke shop. I've been wanting to quit for so long and become more productive instead of just sitting around being high. Don't even know if this stuff is safe. I work nights and tonight I have off and I know I'm just going to want to get high at night. How do I deal with the boredom? There's nothing like that released feeling weed gives me. I try to keep strong, but I get bored even when I know there's other things I can be doing. I've been smoking for 5 years daily. I've barely progressed in life since graduating high school and don't really have a direction in life. And I feel like weed has been the only thing I'm living for. Wake up for work, come home and smoke and do it all over again. It's my life right now. If it's not weed, then I drink. Stay lights at the end of the tunnel with boredom feel. If I go away, I quit for a month once, but went right back to it. That moment I felt so much clearer. I felt little, I had potential. Now I feel deeper in it. I feel like I can stop. Sounds more like a Sounds more like a live question to me than a weed moderation, to be honest. I believe lots of people use weed because they're scared of feeling ignorant to search for what really excites them on a personal level in life. I still smoke regularly, and I'm not saying I have found I've officially stopped thinking weed as the thoughts of weed as my problem. To Alright, that's a good one. Do we have to fake being nice to socialize and be more likable? Sympathy, spiritual 309 in the social skills subreddit. I'm an introvert with below average social skills. I've always been upfront to everyone through my behavior, how I feel about them. I can't pretend being a friend and hate that person at the same time. I recently discovered that one of my coworkers is friendly, approachable and social and helping, hates many of us and wants bad things to happen to some of us. But she's so good at pretending that everyone thinks she's a good friend. On the other hand, if I don't like anyone, I would never make any efforts for them and try to avoid that person. I don't understand how do people pretend so much. Isn't it exhausting? Am I actually a narcissist who doesn't care about others' feeling? Well, nothing in life is forced. You do things for you. You don't have to be likable. If you enjoy life completely alone, go ahead. But if you want to be a likable person, you can try your best effort to be one. Everyone has a need to belong somewhere though. And that need is fulfilled by doing the hard thing. Regulate emotions in the moment and chatting with others. It's easier to not do, but is it just as fulfilling? Like, see it like this. Sometimes to achieve something that we enjoy, we have to do something we don't enjoy. Does that make you fake? No. Just focusing on goals, your goals. So how can that be fake? It's you, even if it comes across as fake. There's also the thing that if we don't accept a person, it's a projection of what we dislike about ourselves. So that friend talking mean about people behind her back is actually a projection of what she feels about herself, which is the wrong way to do it. She's actually acting, don't copy her. If you talk to people, you should do it because you want to, not because you feel like you have to. So once you understand life, you'll enjoy yourself so much that you automatically enjoy other people too. I get it, I'm an autistic introvert actually. Let me give some advice. You have a voice in your head When you're all alone in thoughts, it's called the ego. The ego is not you, it's negative. It's not negative per se. You have it to trauma, want to fight. Well, certain situations you probably agree. DAO idea to life. Outside bake 75 for looking for 1-2 technical minded builders to help me bring a DAO and idea to life. The vision is clear, the white paper is in progress. DAO that funds and governs local community project using reputation based voting and too much more. Looking for collaborators with experience in solidity. This is not a paid gig yet, but it's an opportunity to join the community. Many people are working on this problem. The tech is not there, not the ideas don't exist. You're better off learning how to code and then getting good enough that you can help solve the infrastructure problems to enable this. Complex voting on chain right now is not scalable even on the cheapest L2s. For example, if you want to calculate someone's reputation score at the time of a vote execution and you have greater than 200 voters, that would hit the gas limit on even the best L2. Biscotti accomplished. What is the purpose of life? I've been a bit confused about my life recently and would love to hear your perspectives. I don't know, but I try to do things that make me happy. That's pretty much it. Wait. I don't know the purpose. My purpose seems to be getting high and playing with my cats. Don't think there is inherently any purpose except for biology. Meaning That's something you create for yourself. With chin chains in the addiction subreddit, struggling with weed addiction. Hello. Oh damn. This is quite yellowish. Sorry guys. Wait, it's not even better now. I turned it off. Turned off. Lux. It's not any better. What's happening? Maybe it's just my lighting. Whatever. Hello, hope you're well. I'd like to have your thoughts on the situation. My boyfriend has been addicted to weed for 5 years. He used to smoke almost 10 joints per day, but last year he got caught and temporarily lost his driver's license. He had to be clean to get it back, so he quit for 3 months, and after doing the test to get his license back, then he immediately relapsed. He couldn't wait for it. Recently he had to pass another test to get his definite license, so he quit smoking again. He successfully passed the test, but this time he decided to stay clean. For now, it's been 2 months. Right now I'm a bit worried, because at the beginning he was saying he got bored of it, but now he's talking about it more frequently, like I know the idea of smoking again is really stuck in his head. Knowing he would feel guilty and would disappoint some people if he does. Plus I feel like since he quit he's been eating a lot to the point where it's almost making him sick, and the next day he's doing it again. He believes he's acting that way to avoid the idea that he wants to smoke, like it's an escape. Since he's been talking about smoking again, I know he will. When he wants to do something he does it. It's just a matter of time. But I wish he could find another solution. It's either he smokes I don't know how many joints per day and has to feel guilty about it, or he eats until it makes him sick because he wants to avoid the desire to smoke. I would for one make sure that if he's serious about quitting, he should make sure his reasons are more than just guilt avoidance. Any passions or hobbies that he has? Hates Hive. Do you ever feel like time is running out? I'm not sure how to explain this. I'm 23 and ever since I was 19 I haven't stopped worrying about my future. Find a path, find a career, find a good job. You have to be in a good position in your late 20s or else you're a loser. Honestly, I'm so tired. I feel like I'm behind from everyone else. I'm not though, actually. I'm to some and not to others. That's how it generally is in life. Why can't I just feel good about myself? If I compare myself to when I was 19, I've made huge steps. I dropped college because I knew it wasn't for me and sought a completely different job, something that has to do with what I was born to do. Draw. It's going well and I'm actually closer than ever opening my own studio. Why am I still anxious and feel useless and a fraud? Why am I sabotaging my own self? I feel like time is passing extremely fast. I blink and a day has passed. I'm 23 and I feel middle-aged. I see my parents grow up and it breaks my heart. I couldn't have asked for better and more supportive parents. Can't think my life without them. I'm not sure, it's just my anxiety being overboard lately. It's like I fear that everything is going to end. My whole life, I don't know when a nuclear bomb will fall on my head. With everything we hear nowadays, AI replacing jobs, everything getting more expensive. How am I going to find a place to stay? How to afford groceries in 10 years? Sorry, I don't have much in terms of advice, which is saying I'm at the same age and feel exactly the same way. It's tough out there. Good luck to us. No. It's the last things. Addiction subreddit, no cauliflower 7689. Can we be good people in addiction? I'm sure many of us are bad people. There's different levels of harm we cause, but we all cause harm. True. But I just feel morally grey at very best. I lie, I steal money, lash out verbally when drunk. People try to stop me, etc., but my family still loves me. I really believe I was a good person, but I'm just not so sure. My actions prove otherwise. I think I have the actions of a bad person, but it's like I'm under a spell of mind control when I'm doing it, controlled by a parasite. True. PTL subreddit. Comfortable fruit 19. I think I need to be sober for a while. So I was cannabis free for 3 years. This was after a good 5 years of regular talking. I had really stressful 2024 and slowly started partaking of it. It eventually led to daily consumption. I don't want to vent forever about what's going on, but I've been feeling extremely irritable lately, ruminating constantly over interpersonal relationships and life, and having meltdowns over ridiculously small things. I think my nervous system is just highly sensitive to stimulation. I feel like weed really scrambles my brain. For years I fantasized about adopting an extremely healthy lifestyle. I envy people who are athletic and adventurous and grounded. I'm the exact opposite of those adjectives, so anyways, I'm going to quit for a while and try to change my shitty life around. Wish me luck. Self-help. Zealushideal till 5-2. How to develop a consistent personality. I feel like a different person every week, month or two. Other people around my age, of course I'm not claiming I know what's going on with their inner self, but in my opinion I can see them grow and develop with an identity, along with figuring out what they're interested in, what kinds of people they can stick with, hobbies, goals, etc. Where I just look past at the last few years and I can't really figure out who I am. I honestly feel like I just develop obsessions to base my understanding of myself around for a while and lose it. Pick up another and I repeat, sorry, because it sounds very complaining, but I'm honestly just confused. What could be causing this and how can I do better? Wil je slapen? Dan kom ik binnen een half uurtje nog wel. Ja?
Ja, dat is niet van die gewoonte.
Dat is mijn gewoonte.
Zie.
Dat je biedt. Why are you gone, music? Be gone. No, come back. Borderline disorder, personality disorder. Okay. What made you feel... Wacht hè. Web3 no Akanta KI 1375. What made you feel excluded from learning Web3 finance and what helped you take the first step anyway? Web3 space is a fast evolving space in the world right now. The narrative shifts in a single afternoon where you decided to take a nap. The space was initially filled with the outcasts from the traditional industries, which is now filtering out with high experience individuals. AI hits faster in this industry. I decided to start my user interface, user X career specifically in Web3, but was soon made to shift to business development and partnerships role because the project demanded so, and quite honestly I did well considering I had no experience in this field, but as I said, one day you're the king and the next you're struggling to find the light. With AI snatching away jobs, it just keeps getting incredibly hard to find yourself back in the game again. There's still plenty of area to be explored in Web3 as it's still in its nascent stage. The glamorous non-tech roles will be easily shadowed by people who can talk and code. The fact that new and highly skilled people adopting Web3 is, in my opinion, one of the biggest. Oh yeah. Live subreddit 120b dash. Anyone else have a desire to achieve and do everything? I'm not sure what it is. It's sort of primal fixation, and I have this determined force in me to do as much as I can and go as far as I can go. Want to become an MD one day in forensic pathology, but I find myself having passions elsewhere. Not sure what it is, but it's like the multi-passionate approach. I don't know if anyone can relate. All right. Not to be Debbie Downer, but this technique has been my downfall. I would highly recommend against it. I began to use weed only for productivity 15 years ago and got to a point where my brain was unwilling to start work without being high. When I try, I'm like that meme of the little girl crying while she's coloring. I've been trying to break this connection for at least 10 years. I've gone to countries where weed wasn't an option, and still I was unable to focus on my work, and it felt like torture. Doesn't seem to be able to train myself out of it. I've talked to many therapists about it, and I've got a response like, I wish weed made my sons productive. They don't seem to take it seriously since it's helping me. I consider it one of its most damaging decisions I've ever made, because I feel like I can't escape weed unless I want to switch to a minimum wage type job. My social skills and memory are shit from weed, so I don't want to be dependent on it forever. Also, I feel like a lot of damage has been done from the productivity of the whole homo aestheticus philosophy going on. You don't have to be more productive, you don't have to be X or Y, just be yourself and do your best and surround yourself with good people that love you and accept you as you are. If so ingrained that need for validation is driving people into this kind of stuff, and even the whole ADHD world or productivity tracks, nothing wrong with you being lazy at times. I am too, everyone is at times. They just won't tell you. Enjoy life as it comes and take it easy. That being said, just my point of view, take it easy and do as you like with your body and life. I also struggle daily with all this. I have to be something. Just keep in mind that partaking with other activities, especially ones that you feel are more important to your life, will make it increasingly difficult to stop doing it less than daily if you ever decide on that, because you're strengthening your physiological attachment with this stuff. Okay. Also works for me. Deep thoughts, Jacob 1137. We are witnessing the death of intellectual honesty in real time. Every day I see objective valid arguments shut down and a person being labeled as racist, homophobe or a bigot without any real biased basis. The early days of internet invited people to have deep, honest and nuanced debates, but this is pure in my opinion, maybe wrong. Big companies and monetization has seemingly removed the ability for real discussion anywhere. I've been reading quite a lot of novels from the 19th century during the Enlightenment era, and all of their arguments, even when disagreeing, aren't founded in malice or purely out of tribalism, and always held philosophical, reasonable and structured arguments. To me it seems words have been diluted, oversimplified and recognized to a point we can't return socially. Second, edit people seem to have this misconception I'm trying to defend genuine racism, which I'm not, and just think some points. Generally shorter content message labeling something as Alright, let's do one more post for today and then we're done. Done, I say. Oh shit, somebody's been watching. Who is that? Who's lurking in the shadows watching me do Reddit? Identify yourself. No, it's okay. Just messing with ya. Unless it says Miner Dave, then you have to identify yourself. You miner. Anyways, last post of the day in the poverty subreddit. I didn't even know it was a subreddit. One thread tweet 9578. Is anyone trying to live without money or build alternatives together? Hey everyone, I'm reaching out with an open heart to ask, is anyone here actively trying to live without money or at least reduce dependence on it in a way that's communal, compassionate and sustainable? I'm not talking about just extreme survivalism or going off grid alone. I mean coming together, sharing resources, helping each other out, meet needs directly. Try something like this. dreaming of it or just want to talk about it. I love to connect to see what we can grow if it's just a little light in the dark. This guy is doing it. 1, 2, 3, free home org. Oh, what kind of pictures are that? Okay, seems like a good guy. One, two, three, home free is the name of the YouTube channel where I began documenting my journey learning to be more home free. Wear your profile info on your shirt using a washable marker. So cannot sold to participants of any meeting, event or to simulate facilitate my channel. Face-to-face look meets up with further people connect by providing participants meets up with cardboard signs to write individual conversations. How to process acorns. What was it? 1, 2, 3, home free. Damn. He's just going with his sheep to the park or what? Damn, looks kinda slapping. Okay. Damn, you got some cooking over there or what? What is that? Okay. Nice. Ik zal misschien wel subscriben. Nou, niet dus, hè. Oké. See if somebody... Oh, we've got some reactions. My passions aren't things. They're just the quiet signals that push me forward. It's not about a specific craft, but about creating spaces where impact flows. Where every contribution ripples, that's what I'm building. Charity. I don't know. Just trying to be too fancy, I think. A lot of people on Reddit try to be. Alright, I think we're done. Let's answer the last guy. Alright, I think this is it for today, guys. Hope you all enjoyed it. It was a bit of a quiet stream, but that's okay. I'm mostly doing this for myself anyways, so... we zullen misschien... let's end this formally, you know. This is checking in episode 95. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I see you guys in the next one. Papa Pio. P.